My name is Kuda Murungu, based in Joburg, but originally from Zim. I'm a software developer. I think I've been doing this since around 2005. That's how I got into software development, and mostly I work on doing some web applications and also a bit of what Simon has already highlighted. We do pretty much more or less the same thing. So a little bit of native, hybrid, and mostly web applications, the general stuff, I would say. Professional I started, I had BS in computing. I did it at one of the local universities here, Belgium campus, based in Pretoria. And then from there, I did my internship at Siemens in Belgium. Yeah, I came back around 2010, and then just started working, basically. So at the moment, yeah, mostly web-based applications. I think having a bachelor's in computing has definitely helped in my career. I think it sets the foundation for what was to come. You get the basics, the fundamentals out of the way. Once you're in industry, we're in an industry that changes a lot. So I think if you have a good foundation, picking up new things and trying other things becomes much easier. It's hectic. It is hectic. So I think watching a lot of conferences or spending time in trying to sort of like filter down people that you might look upon in the industry, so that, you know, there's a lot of noise and we need to have very good filters, otherwise you just end up jumping from here to there. So I think basically for me, what I normally do, or back in the day, I would have one of those RSS feeds, but now I sort of like obsoleted that. Now I'm relying mostly, my Twitter is my RSS feed basically. So there I would follow things that I'm interested in, then I'll just see what comes up. Whatever keeps popping up, if something keeps popping up, then I'm like, oh, maybe I need to take a look at this and see where it takes me. Follow people like Paul Irish, Andy Osmani, for instance. I think there's another Paul Lewis guy. There's quite a number of people there. But I think if you're interested in that, you follow those type of people, they'll push the necessary information that's very relevant. But it's Twitter, at the end of the day, you kind of need to filter, because some people, they use it for their personal use, some use it for professional. So it just becomes more like a gauge what you want to, who you want to follow. What I'll be speaking about tonight is just how we can improve our workflow as developers, especially if you're a web dev, using Chrome Dev Tools. So I'm just going to be taking us through a tour where we can just, some of the basic in Chrome Dev Tools and some of the additions that we added to Chrome Dev Tools recently, just to see how we can leverage that to, you know, to ease our workflow. In terms of workflow, there's been a lot of build tools. So it's either you're going to pick one of the build tools, it's either going to go with Gulp, or you're going to go with, what's the latest one? Webpack, for instance. You can choose Webpack. So I think if you're boilerplating, using that as a template to boilerplate for your application, I think from there onwards, it just becomes one of those, you pick it from there and then going forward. And then Chrome Dev Tool definitely is going to play a part as you'll be debugging and doing other stuff. I think for me personally, I would say the fundamentals were very important. And also acknowledging that the industry that we are in, it moves very fast. So adaptation becomes one of those key things. You need to be able to teach yourself or to pick new things as you're going. So if you're one of those who just wants to be told what to do, I don't think you will survive for a very long time. So you kind of need that initiative, and then just keep pushing. I think the industry changes a lot, from the days of jQuery to where we are now, from Firebug to Chrome Dev Tools. A lot has changed in the process, a lot has changed.